is a lovely afternoon to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Press Review. I am your moderator. My name is Lukonsha Sakala. Up until the hour of 14, we'll be together getting to hear your press reviews. Remember, you're calling us to give us what you have heard or read in any tabloid out there. Stick to what you have heard or read and do not derail from what you want to comment on. Please, no political involvement will be allowed on this program. And remember, you only have a minute for you to give your press review. Anything that goes beyond, you will immediately be cut off. 0955 855 953. 076-9122-851. Remember to always state your name and where you got your press review. Let's get into some calls. Hello, good afternoon.
One Zambia, one nation. Barukosha mwateneza bwandi mwankala bwandi ku Capital City.
Chichabe bwino kaya imwe.
Jepi chika tuwamba friendly city ndiche moshe. No problem.
Okay, kutima kunkani hapo.
Thank you very much, Mazda. Mama Zambia alikumfona kilaksi na kuombea chapa na kusaka.
Okay.
Wana banka. Natenda kwa fenyo natuvwa Azana FM kuri Frank Petulive Steve kuba tuvwa ati mwana ba former president Daliso Lungu. Yule twali ya mayole ya wati abareza balinanga barana. Ma professor Nkanduru yabande ya shyabato bali mu Daliso kuri ba deki. Kacha tiriachiri yabo fumuli nakana na bali bakwe bakana mamana. Nomba ndi kutwa basana bana mayo. Na mayo bana mayo na shinka. Nomba na dabo eputi that woman is a professor. So nomba professor ni professor muzango chati. So mwema Zambia ni mwale mwana mutale mwa mayo aba. Ubufi mamana ebufi uromba OG 100%. Ero gachi na mwani ba professor ba masambiro wanje ba professor ba bufi. So tabachita. Thank you.
Thank you for coming through. 076-9122-851 and 0955-855-953. This is the press review. Call us. Let us know what you have read or heard on any tabloid.
Hello. Good afternoon, madam.
Hi, good afternoon. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Mr. Mozemelan, madam.
All right, please go ahead.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. President. Wale niti sumatana kwa dikakuiwa kama ntuko kushoka dumu nkungurushi. Bakuti wa president waga ndijire ma ini bashire mu power. Bari chungire. Former president Patrick Warecha. Kepa welele tatisoma bangale mbo welele kwa president wa former president. Watu wa president waga ndijire bari pengire. Ini bari mu opposition. But the network is in so it's very charged by the serious and what can out. Very soon. Don't know what I can do and this is to which what you call a power and social. One for one of work and then that is the room. That's all for the what I think very much, madam.
Thank you. 076-9122-851 and 0955-855-953. What is your press review? Let us know. You can call us and even send us your messages. We'll be able to read them and find out what it is this particular afternoon. In some stories, the Energy Minister, Makozo Chikote, has revealed that the average electricity generation as of May 30th, 2025 stood at 1,806 megawatts against the average national demand of 2,400 megawatts. 0955-855-953 and 076-9122-851. Hello, good afternoon.
I have resisted my 1%.
I'm Kwaima Bombeni.
Mulelanda no mwina ngumbo dictionary ya uteko Oscar Sensende tumina pa $50.
Mr. Oscar, please go ahead.
Na fokukula poiva Zambia babwerere ruchero ku South Africa. Itingalenga na aina ma confusion turemo na mutaronga muri confusion efira mutwemba turando kweba ti sofunga chirero echiturira muchani. Yapali ifingalondoroka. Eviturero mba na business bena alubana abantu eviturero mbano kupapati oluseerwa kwalesa kwatifira bakiranda kuyangeni radio bachimapepo bamu ukweba tufure twaikala pamo ndukwa n'obuteko tushike abali bakateeka wetu pawujifya fintu fyambyo kwenda nomu ma officers umunga mwaya kulifya ababalero lera awo limbikwala aboko yakuma airport limbishani so bwangu mukaiturero mba muri leso mumbi pawujifye pantansi ngechalo twikale pamo lero na byonse byachala mwewa kubali ulunolu awe tenshita yakulomba mabwerero na ngukali fyaba nabo awe panu matuke salanda no makatwalangira limunge sambwera mpalishirika bako chani so tuikatane fe mkwai no kumono kwa twashiko wali katek na twatira mkwai bantu mbiro muna chama kabe ya pereke ntuno amakabe. Thank you.
Twatotela 0955-855-953. Economist Noah Kawita has described the recent performance of the kwacha as encouraging for individuals, businesses and the government, adding that sustained appreciation over the next 6 months could significantly strengthen the positive momentum. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Madam Wabomba Shani.
Mkwai Mwabombeni.
Awetu Wabomba Fiaba Mutende Bili Wadepa Market Pakawa Map.
Kutima Konkani Opo.
Mkwai Naneko Nandefo and Dandefo Ida Tumpo Kumboni Radio, Pa Newsiko, Batiralanda, Palo Badirwa Kwasha Kwamada Iti, Mucharo Chesti, Zambia, Intulo Sheva, Kaseka. Kwena Tishinka, Madam Munamumona, Naturufi Impalma, Mucharo Chesti, Zambia. Ero bazesco na bena nze jamala chibatu pera de ode tuleta mba kwemtwa yaba kaja tulelo sha tuleta mba kwe fya kutamba tambalo nomba bazesco bena mala chibarese ndaromba ni Zambia muikeresha so tulelo mba ko kuzesco twa papa tabatu wafweko palo balilwa mala tuloshe bwino bakateka ba former president ba Kalungu twa papa tabazesco ero nga twapusha byokurosha bakabatamfye kona bali abashamala ichikuya bali amachiko bali ona uleshina president by to papa one of the water market Madam Wombeni with
Twatotela. We do have some messages that are coming in, and starting it off. Good afternoon, Sun FM. My PR comes from the BB show on Radio Chimwemwe, where Nkanduluo makes a full statement concerning the issue of Dalisolungu, that he was summoned by DEC. Nkanduluo is the culprit and she must be arrested after the funeral. What a professor is Nkanduluo. All right, I'm Walia from Dola Twapia. 0955-855-953. Good afternoon, Madam Coco. My press review comes from the News Diggers paper, where I read about the PF acting president, Given Luinda, saying that contrary to statements that he was asking for food donations, well-wishers and party members have donated more than enough food for mourners. Meanwhile, he further said those who called former President Lungu a thief while he was alive should not insult him by appreciating him in death. It's high time we come together as a country and set aside all our political controversies in order to avoid public disagreements, legal implications and public outrages as well. Good day, Coco. Though it's been long, I really miss you, and God see our country Zambia through during this moment and grant us the heartful of compassionate and solidarity. Work well. Advocate Marlon C. in Chilila Wombwe. Thank you so much, Mr. Marlon, for that heartfelt message. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Moses calling from Dola.
Moses whom, sir?
From my take on the late president, I'm referring to the statement or the press briefing by the president. I think he was appealing to the family of Mr. Lungu so that we can mourn our beloved president and bury him with dignity. Now, I think we are not being helped by the vice president because those are the only statements we have. I would respect them like all former vice presidents. They should travel to South Africa, talk to them in Lungu's family, so that they can bring the body we bury in a dignified way instead of pulling each other, because there's a lot of tension now rising in the people. That's my take on it.
Thank you so much for coming through. 076-9122-851 and 0955-855-953. Call us, let us know what your press review is, and well, we'll be able to hear, read and find out what it is. Late former President Edgar Lungu's son, Daliso Lungu, has refuted claims by Professor Nkanduluo that he was summoned and interrogated by the Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, on Wednesday. 0955-855-953. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Madam Wabomba Shani.
Mkwai Mwabombeni. Alright, kutima konkani po.
Press review anje ni pasho twakyumva kusana FM kubelenga kuri ba Minister of Energy bakilando kwebachi umu kwamba jengo kufika bazesiko n'abarufya kwa kifingi sana pandala mshingi ikirengeri okulufya ni pamulando wakubulishya kwa malaiti muchalo so kulyoko fileshima nchibakabwala na bena balengi era omuntu kyekyasekeremu banga ndapamu abwefya kuli epufiri bajibale pela bane babajibena badine ensala so ekyalako nga pobalamba okulayiba so nga kyakola kimulayi mu kyalo kila district nangu province yonse oba president batandalira kwa mala kyalaka kulinda then kusasa kwa ngabaya yalata yashima so as a result abantu na bena bala kwa zia yonse ya kila muchinshi takanina so no chakwa kiyale kama muno mwine mukongo yalaka nga twafuma fe muno mwine twa mukongo mwena yalaka why bena tayela so na bena abantu.
Remember, you only have a minute to give your press review and in more messages. Good afternoon. My name is Kunda A. Heavens from Dola, and my press review is from Sun FM front page this morning. HH must never go near Lungu's body. The deceased cannot dictate to the living. Instead, it is the living who make decisions on behalf of the deceased. Is there any letter or will written and signed by the late President Edgar Lungu? I joined one, or is it the one Makebi Zulu want? I was inspired by late President Lungu. I joined one church. I thought Christian teachings is about forgiveness and loving one another. The late president was convincing with one church and the other, but he died in a horrible way. They want to have a state funeral without the head of state who is advising this family. Good afternoon, Coco. Moses from Chilila Wombwe. My press review is on what I heard on ZNBC 1 and the night during the presidential address to the nation. I really expected the president to address the stalemates between the government and ECL family over the, remains of our former president. And the other thing I expected the president is to tell the nation was about the tentative date for burial, as well as the possible extension of the period of mourning since tomorrow is the last day of national mourning. The unity of purpose is really needed, if possible, to let the church, especially the Catholic, to be sent to South Africa to go and negotiate with the Lungu family since the current delegation has failed. Good afternoon. My PR is what I heard on Phoenix News about the vice president saying that it will be on the head of state. Alright, on the state funeral, my question is to the president not to be allowed. Who will inspect the guard of honor to the 21 guard salute to be conducted for the former head of state, Chandawa Wonse, the independent governor? Radio and TV, and where they hosted former Chipangali Member of Parliament and also roads and infrastructure in the previous Patriotic Front administration, Honorable Vincent Mwale, articulating about the great things I think every well-meaning Zambian should. Listen to him and do the needful to the betterment of our country, Zambia. Work well and God bless our country. I'm Chungu, the multitude of the people in Chilila Wombwe. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Madam Koko Mawomba-shan.
I'm Kwai Mavombeni.
Awe. Twawomba ke bwino petona chitoro ke bwino perijo makamari kurwansha.
Okay, kutsima kongani hapo.
Ine press review and ni yo twachumfwa kumere nyamuredio pa news eba piki yo twachumfwa ti amakedi zuru barandira ti ba president afuire ba paramina kuchiriro. Iyo statement yo baba pere ya kweba ti family arandire baranda kwe family oma family cyarengire barandire to cyinshi natwamuna ba etigarungu mu ba kuri ba president wezo ba echechi bari bapisho muntu mwingi sana bareko kuya ko pito kusao vigo kwine bareko kuya bare bakindirira bareko ku supermarket baba ba police barabakonga bareko ku chechi bara
0955-855-953. Please do remember that you only have a minute to give your press review, and by all means, please try to summarize your messages and what you have to say. We do need to give time to other callers. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Coco. Darlington from Rwanda.
Yes, please go ahead.
That one you have read. We are now currently generating 1,806 megawatts. Total average that we need in Zambia is 2,400. Now, if we subtract this one, it is on the treasure now 594 megawatts. Hii number, hii nono hii. Inatumpa chukuna kubedu tu. Ati apa Zambia Tanzania interpo. Ya bara pusha. So which means yarambo kubomba. And then ya Pakistan solar power channel ko yune na tabala. So at least ukonga tamufunya kwa mara hiyo. So at least hii number shena ina 594. At least tumone kuna changing of yambo control ko. Not whereby 20% bake kile tumo mara kere. So at least vitu batwe twala shunga twala mama ta. At least apatwaka kamuna kwa just improvement mara hiyo yaba order. Thank you, Wepa.
Thank you for coming through. 076-9122-851-0955-855-953. 13:46 at the time. This is your press review. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Madam Coco.
Good afternoon. Who's on the line with us?
I'm Edwin Chisenga Bukali calling you from Ndola Pamozi.
Mr. Chisenga, please go ahead.
Yes, my PR is coming from the 13 News Radio Christian Voice that the chairperson under the declaration of Zambia is a Christian nation. Mm-hmm. Bishop Mfula said government must reconcile with the Lungu family. Yes, I agree with the bishop because where there is reconciliation, there is direction. So let the government help us by reconciling with the Lungu family so that there is direction and get proper consultation from them. Thank you.
Thank you for coming through. 0955-855-953. And in more messages, hi Sun FM and TV. My PR is what I heard, 13 Hours Radio Christian Voice News, that the chairperson under the declaration of Zambia is a Christian nation, Bishop Fuller, urges the government to reconcile with the Lungu family. I agree with him because where there is no reconciliation, there is no direction. Thank you. I'm Edrich Chisenga Bukali from Dola Pamozi. Good afternoon, Sun FM. My PR is coming from Millennium Radio newspaper pick, where callers expressed their views about the former head of state. This is a wake-up call, present and future politicians, that politics is not a game of fighting and hatred, but it is a game of competing and showing your capability on how you will serve your own people. I'm advising the archive or politicians to love one another, and let's also change be the way. We do have politics and then we'll have archives as a positive goal. Otherwise, we're going to be in the same situation if we continue doing old politics. Otherwise, let's mourn in peace. Chileshe from Dola. Rest in peace, President Lungu Edward Ngosa in Luwansha. Hi, Sun FM and Zambia. My PR comes from your station, where the president conveyed his condolences to the family of the great, humble and late President ECL and our loved nation, Zambians at large. God is great at all times when you use the words of Psalms 109 verse 1 up to 20, and the ones who wrong us for our good deeds. May God bless our nation and leader, Brazils Joseph in Chililabombwe. Hello. I'm quite Mawombeni. Okay, kutuma konkaniko.
ZNPC 1 Mairo, Roma President Marika Jesse Charo, Pamanda Wapoma President. Wareka Viloko kwa Joe, not Granshan in our family. Both the Electrica Wushiko, Oro, Gamate, Yamoni, Tashan, Varunda. That's what Wareka Viloko, but to unquote. Yo tuika tani tuweshani kapari impact ya kwa chabantu wangu kwa mcharo kina wareka bilokewa chao na turanshanya so twana pikanya ushikuwa kwa cho shani na kubode ile Saudi ushikuwa watu bareka bila takumva usho mubiri wavaedzi karungu letka denshi mucharo muno usho kushika ukavako denshi exactly nomataufire fete apusanako fe so tirekavira vatore ifo pintu tirenda vevatina mabhuru vakava vaedzi karungu avarashanye pena vena natoto
Tototela 0955-855-953. My PR comes from ZNBC News. Let us give total dignity and honor to the ECL family, Lunas Chungo in Pongwe Town. 076-9122-851. Call us, send us your messages, and we'll be able to read, find out what your press review is. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, my sister.
Hi, who's on the line?
The voice of the voices, Mr. Shepherd, calling within Indora.
Mr. Shepherd, please go ahead.
Emukwai, my sister Trelanda, Yoba President, my Robert Tracy Chalo. Initially, Monapo Nangu. Was it wrong for him as a president? Let us be united, let us mourn our former head of state. Was it wrong in that way? Yes, our expectation may be high. But the truth of the matter, my sister, to understand there is a Christian nation. But some Christian values change. And the other things. Then let us stop calling the nation to be a Christian nation. If we can't forgive, if we can't hold those Christian values, so if you do that, let the president apologize, let's do this and this. Is the two parties we bury the former head of state. Then if you are conquer, so we need to do those things in
Good afternoon, Sun FM. My PR is coming from Faz on the Under-20 provision squad for the upcoming COSAFA Championship. It's a nice selection, but the only problem is our local coaches there have poor interim tactic football. My appeal to the new Faz leadership, please start taking these coaches back to the coaching lessons, because some of our coaches have, CAF license, but poor coaching tactics. Happy Mwanza, Power Dynamos fan in Twapia. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello.
Maomba sani wakoko.
Mkwai mabombeni. Tulalanda na manani?
Albert Kundola.
Hello.
Albert Kundola.
Alright, kusima konka nepo.
Ya, kwa lalanda ko feri nedi asirangu kwa lalanda ko ya wakateka feri la former president Barungu. I think your government walande fede kutafika mu Zambia na day after was special announce if the story alande chi n'abana banono nomba basendere kwa kitela yo tabadeshika yo walanda tabaite yo bale kutana so tulete banya pesaro kesu ba government na family y'abarungu ikatarenje pamo mu panje fye sintifya kwebati taro chaufwa bantu apata pale futule upanangu fimo ikirangire ba president tatumfu ikire Sriranda family abantu tabare umfaromba nishwarashika cyane alati mukatangati bakanye na South Africa kuriaita mwasende na iforomba twaramipera amanani kandi amaruzi yakuno so sisirende tafesio ngofeneti yakweba cyane apa siri nesingi shupire po shupe veshuwa no mwaka upo Sriranda fesintu timoti nefi so ba government pange television mabo mreru ringe cyalo tapala
0955-855-953 and 076-9122-851. Call us and send us your messages. We are able to read and find out what it is on the press review. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, this is the voices of Martin.
Hello.
Yes, this is the voices of Martin.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, in Rwanda. Are you getting me?
Yes, I am. Please go ahead.
All right. I want to talk about the president, which I heard today. You know what is happening in our country this time is very difficult. The current president and the former president, in past 4 years, they are not negotiated. They are not sit down together to talk about something which is wrong or something which is good. So even this now, in this time, whatever our former president is so, but me, I feel bad because there's no need ungalanda family yabo that sorry mutwelele kubalande whose family yabo that accepted on that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. The time is 13:55 and this is the press review. Call us, send us your messages as we get to hear what your press review is. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Hello.
Good afternoon, madam.
Hello.
And whoever mistake, no,
Hello. Just 7691228851 and 0955855953. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, Mr. Boniface from Chingo.
Mr. Boniface, please go ahead.
Yeah. Let's review and in a chum for Comachirenga, Naku Phoenix. You are cheap Kushawa Maiwa and Karena Lumango Parliament. Kuliva Mao Sampa. You share. Yaba ni treason ngachakutira va president vava kanyo kusangwa kuya elo vacha suka na vena kulingana mu vachimwe na nombezo trefo kucha va politician bevonse na kuchikisha vari mu government ngachakwe vati valanda ke kuti yaba ni treason i president ngatasangiwa kuri bali ushena tepile ni treason ngachakutira vari mu government tavatwele former president ili wasiki Alex advice nani leo tiyako kwa tintwaleni ko kufialo shire umfa kuino kushe kuri balyanga baka abali mu government yena kuti abanishana bantu balepo abaleme neze pamulando wako bati cyo balepo cyakwe bati ba president bafire batangwa kuna kupata ndio waile wa blue wa webake so ichireka biro cyakwe bati bale ba straight no bale go mbe chintane.
0955-855-953. Good afternoon. ECL, rest in peace. The government and the family agree with one word, but to bury our former president. Good afternoon, Sun FM Radio and TV. I'm Christopher Siame from Dola. In today's press review, I'd like to highlight the president's recent speech, which I found to be quite inspiring. The president emphasized the importance of unity, calling on Zambians to put aside their political differences and come together as one nation. This message is particularly relevant during this time of grief, and I believe it's essential for those who are in authority to treat each other with the respect and dignity. Politics always comes, but it always goes, but Zambians will remain one nation. Work well, madam. Good afternoon, Zambia. 076-9122-851 and 0955-855-953. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Madam Coco.
Hi, who's on the line with us?
Dominic Muyunda from Undola.
Mr. Muyunda, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Yeah, mine also goes to what I heard last evening on several media platforms, where the president addressed the nation in relation to the funeral that we have as a nation. I think for me the president came quite well. There is no way he was going to talk about the family of the late president because they are still in talks. The family is still in talks with government. So to divulge any information I think was going to be improper. The family was going to feel disrespected. So if the talks are not concluded, how can he even announce a date when the body is arriving or whether there will be an extension? I think those details are better left for later. So people must understand that. Secondly, for me, that's my view with all parties, with due respect to all parties involved. I think for me there's nothing like asking the president to apologize or what. For me, what I see here is it's a deal. There's probably people that want. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for coming through. And to everyone who has been sending their messages and to everyone who has been calling, thank you so much. This is where we end our press review today. RT is up next. My name is Lukonja Sakala. Good afternoon.
This is Sun FM. It's 2 p.m.